The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
So the story goes as follows. There was 3 older Bachrim in Ger Yeshiva in Eretz Yisrael, and they were learning in Ger, and they were like in their mid to late 20s, and for Ger Bachrim, that's quite old. That's like over the hill already.
To be in Yeshiva or
not to be married. So they go to say goodbye to the Ger Rebbe. The Rav Simcha Bonim says to them, okay, when you go Pesach night, he says, ask your father. He tells the 3 Bachrim, he says, goodbye, we'll see you afterwards. He says, when you go home, Pesach night, the Seder night, I want you to ask your father why you're not married. So he meant father, the Eibusha. Ask your father, your Tata in Himmel, why you're not married. So they said, okay. The youngest son took him seriously, and at the Seder night, they were up to the Manashtana, and he says, I got my own questions. I have my own 4 questions. He says, okay, go ahead. Okay, first of all, I want to know, what is holding us back from not being married? Number 2 is, why is there something that we can't have happiness and build a bayis neman? Number 3 is, why are all my friends married and with children, and we're still sitting single here by our father's table? And number 4 is, how many tefillos does Hashem need for us to get married? And his father, he started crying. He says, I don't know. He says, if you would have asked me the Manashtana, I would have said Avodah B'Hinu. That I have an answer. But for these things, he's crying, and he said, I don't have the answer. And his wife came, and she says to him, to the father, to the sons, kids, this is Yontif. We can't have a Seder crying like this. Let's pull ourselves together, and let's have a beautiful Seder. And they did. They pulled themselves together, they finished the Seder, they wiped their tears, and they had a Seder. After the Seder, the father, everyone was tired, went to sleep. The father stayed up and he said actually, he brought down, I don't know the significance, he said from 90 to the end, the Tillim, begging Hashem why his kids are not married. He says, Hashem, help me answer those 4 questions. End of the story is, that was Pesach. By the summer, all 3 of them were engaged to be married. So you see the koyach, the power of the night and the tefillas of Kana ben Shoel.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org